Well, Ruben Amorim backs at INEOS on the transfer deadline day. Get me a striker. That's what you're really getting in through from close sources at the club of Manchester United. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, please subscribe to see it that all really goes on well as planned. And for Ruben Amorim, he has also gone ahead to get a reply from another source from Man United, and I think it's not really okay where we are right about now. But all I want to let you know is he knew where he was coming. He knew exactly what was on the cards when he was making a decision to come to the club of Manchester United. Not so? So, continue to subscribe. The transfer window ends today, but I've already told you that when the transfer window ends today, just know that the next day, summer transfer leaks are really going to be coming up in the nick of time. And I tell you guys, it's really going to be a busy months. February, March, April, May, before we get into June for what we call the summer transfer window, because this is the first year of the 3 years of the financial fair play. And financial fair play is really calculated because you hand in your books of accounts in your third year. You understand? So last summer, it was not as blood as it was in the previous windows because it was the last year of the 3-year plan, or the 3-year transfer, the financial fair play run. You understand? So expect a lot of things. A club like Manchester United is going to spend a lot in the summer because they know that they can cover it up in the coming 2 summers. You understand? So watch out on February. It's really going to be a heated up atmosphere in here for you. And I tell you, I won't forsake you. I'm going to be bringing you stories after stories in here onto our channel. Now, yesterday we lost to the side of Crystal Palace by 2-0. But today we thought that maybe something would happen with the manager benching 2 of his strikers. Grammy Bailey has told us that Ruben Amorim has made it clear to Jason Wilcox that he wants a striker before the transfer window closes. As we speak right now, we are like 5 hours for the transfer window to end. That is it. 5 hours. You understand? Because if you check your UK time, it is coming to 6. And if it's coming to 6, that means we are left with 5 hours. Remember, at 11 UK time, 11 p.m., every transfer that needs to be in has to get confirmed. You understand? The paperwork has to be submitted before 11 p.m. Any paperwork that is submitted after 11 p.m. won't be considered. And the manager is like, please get me a striker. So this is where I come up and obviously say that I think if it's true that Ruben Amorim has said that he wants in a striker, I'll obviously say, why now? Why now? Because if he knew they wanted a striker, United would have gone ahead to obviously work around immediately. But with him coming up to obviously tell people that he needs a striker right now, and he doesn't want to sell Garnacho, where is he going to get the money in the January transfer window? And according to what we are really having as Manchester United, I don't think that we deserve any other player apart from Patrick Dogu. That is it. Let's admit we don't need any other player apart from Patrick Dogu. Why Patrick Dogu? Because I know he'll obviously come up and really elevate the left attacking side of the midfield. That is it. Minus that, I don't really look at anything like that as special and really okay, because I feel that a striker coming out of Manchester United right now will be a wrong choice. And let this manager have these players with him for all this time and really make a very good work plan. You understand? I know Amorim is not going to be sacked. He's going to be here until the summer, and I want him to obviously get in signings and then use the 2 months of the preseason to obviously prepare and see to it that Man United really gets back to the winning ways. And this is exactly why, on a certain point, I was like, let this manager come in through permanently to see which player should start Manchester United and which player shouldn't start Manchester United. So Ruben Amorim, wanting a striker right now, I think he's going to shoot himself. He'll be shooting his own leg. Why? People will obviously say the manager is not going to have to be backed. You understand? When all this goes on well as planned. You understand? They'll say the manager has not been backed. They got him one player. You understand? Other players here are not his signings. But the moment you sign in players, people will be like, but he got into players. You know? So, if I'm Ruben Amorim, I wouldn't be really going in for any player. You know? Even if it's Patrick Dogu, I like the player, but I would have gone ahead to say, I'm not signing any player. Let me work with what I have until the summer, such that you have a very huge budget in the summer. We all know that Marcus Rashford is not returning, and I know Aston Villa will pay that 40 million euros because I know Rashford is obviously going to hit the ground running. As the head of sporting affairs at Aston Villa, Monchi, came out and said, if there is a manager that can recover players to where they're supposed to be, it's none other than Unai. And I know Unai is obviously going to really get Marcus Rashford where he deserves to be, because Rashford, in a system of Unai Emery, he's really going to be very, very, very explosive. Why? Aston Villa plays a counter-attacking system of play. And if you know, that's the system where Marcus Rashford thrives best. You can all agree with me, you know? It's the system where Marcus Rashford thrives best, not so? So, it's written all over the wall. He's not an injury-prone player. And this Friday, Aston Villa is going to be taking on Tottenham Hotspur. And you'll tell me what Rashford is going to do into this game. He's really going to fly, you know? He's really going to fly. I know there is a question on his match fitness, but we've been told that he has been training alone and he has been working on his fitness levels. So, all I believe is simple. Manchester United will get the 40 million pounds from Aston Villa. I know that very well. We'll get that money. We will get it in. That is it. We'll get it in. No worries. So, if we get in 40 for Marcus Rashford, you understand? I know Malacia will go, Eriksson will go, Casemiro will go. I think United might be having close to 200 million euros to spend. And the other prayer we have to do is, can we really get ourselves winning the UEFA Europa League? Because if we get winning the UEFA Europa League 1, we'll get some good money, close to like, in total will be like 40 million euros. And then the likes of Snapdragon and Adidas won't cut off their money that they give to Manchester United because of us not really qualifying, you understand? So that is another task of Ruben Amorim, and I think we should be all looking at the UEFA Europa League. And I know they're hard teams, but I think we can obviously knock them out and really see ourselves winning that tournament fully as expected. You understand? Now, what has Samuel Lucas, who is being briefed by the board of Manchester United, said? He has told us that Manchester United are adamant they will not make a panic buy before the transfer window shuts at 11 p.m. tonight. Now, as the manager is piling pressure on INEOS, you know, piles pressure on INEOS, INEOS is like, we are not going to make a panic buy before the transfer window shuts down. Now, this is where I ask INEOS that at the end you're calling it a panic buy, but you had all the time to obviously sign in players that we wanted. You understand? That's what I told you at the beginning of the video, that I think if I'm Ruben Amorim, I'm like, okay, let me use this as a scapegoat. Let me not sign any player after Patrick Dogu and see how things will obviously move on. You understand? So it's very important to note that Ruben Amorim is one of those people that has gone ahead obviously put in a very big shift at Manchester United, and I know he's improving player per player. He just needs time. But the board is like, we are not going to make panic buys. And remember, there is let me see whether I can find that quote. He was asked about the transfer window, the winter transfer window, and from his mouth he said the following, that Manchester United doesn't want to rush because they want to avoid the mistakes they made in the previous years. It's the same statement that Erik Ten Hag did, you know. I've ever heard Ole Gunnar Solskjaer say it, that we've been making mistakes in the previous past. So, I tell you, if they think we've been making mistakes in the previous past, then let's take it at our pace. And I know the best time to recruit better players is 1, when you are into the summer. Guys, all I want to urge you is that let's wait for how United, let's be patient until when the summer comes. You know, let's be patient. That's what I can tell you. Let's not rush. Let's not rush. You understand? Let's not rush. You know, let's not rush. Let's be patient. The summer transfer window is like 4 months away, and we will shoot to getting in the players that we want. Not so? So guys, let's wait and see how that pans out. But I tell you, a lot is really on the cards to obviously happen in here onto our beautiful channel. But asked about why the manager went ahead not obviously start Zexi and Højlund. He said the idea was not to leave Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zexi on the bench. It was to use the characteristics of Kobbie Mainoo to improve the team. Now, this is why I don't agree with the manager, and I went ahead and obviously disagreed with him that if you are having Kobbie Mainoo as one of your best creative players, and you know to it that creativity has been a problem for your team until Kobbie Mainoo played in a 10, why do you play your most creative player as a number 9? I never really saw that making sense to me. So I think he needs obviously get it right that if you're having Kobbie Mainoo and you played him in our pivot and never really looked good, then you're playing him as a center forward, and when you played him as a 10, he really looked good. Then does it make sense? Does it add up? You know, I think time has come for the manager to stop being a tinker man. You know, there is time for him in the summer to do whatever he wants. But right now, I think he should just focus on really having the same squad, same lineup a little bit, and see to it that we win to the fullest. So your thoughts on to Ruben Amorim backing at INEOS are welcome in the comment section below. I sign out for now. See you later. Bye-bye.